champs. How does that sound?
It sounds so beautiful. I want to give all the glory to God. We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go!
You guys call yourself a bunch of misfits who found the right home at Indiana. Why was this the right place for this group?
It's the right place for process-oriented. We're going day by day. Whether it's the offensive line, the defense, the coaches, special teams, we're all process-oriented to one goal. That's our thing, is we're brothers. We can drag teams into the deep end because we know that we're going to stick together and we're the strongest glue ever.
They all said, and you are going to regret it if you don't take the shot and you don't go to LSU. It's the best job in America. It's the best resources. You know, Pete Carroll, he always told my dad that he'd look out for me. When we were talking, he really channeled him, you know, from knowing him for so long, and he said this is exactly what he would do. He would tell you, boy, go get it, go for it. Coach Saban kind of coached at another place in this conference, so I can't really say exactly what he said, but I'll say I think the world of Coach Saban, and I respect him. We tried every possible thing for a long time the other night, and into the morning team meeting announcement get pushed back because we were trying to get that done. We presented a plan how that could be done and give the players the best chance to win in the playoffs. And at the end of the day, that's their decision, and I respect that.
We lost communication there in the second half earlier that week. I thought there may be an inkling that may happen, so we had a plan for it. I was in here on Friday, and I think some of the guys on the staff were looking at me sideways like, why would you think that would happen? I said, I don't know. We just got to be ready and be ready for anything. It's funny how your mind works. At the end of the day, that's our job, to come out here and execute and win games. So, we're not going to make any excuses about any of this. We wanted to win this game. The guys had a good week of practice, but at the end of the day, we came up short. So we got to get back and figure out, why that happened, what the issues were, and get it fixed, because the season's not over. Got a lot of football ahead of us, and hopefully we can use this as a way to get better as we head into the playoffs.
One thing, and I say it, and I know it could be a little interpreted as a little cringy sometimes, but I will die for my brothers in that field. So no matter whether it's a gut punch, whether it's a head punch, whatever it is, I'm always going to get back up. And I knew there's 100% confidence that I was going to play that game, play the rest of the game, as we've worked so hard to get to this point that no hit, no knockout hit or knockout punch could take me out of that game, because it's one thing about the Indiana Hoosiers football team is whenever they hit, we hit back harder.
After missing the game-tying field goal, do you regret going for it on 4th and 2 at the end of the third quarter?
I mean, when it doesn't work, I always regret it. So that's how it works. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't, then you want to take it back. So that's how life works. At the end of the day, we got to make decisions in real time that we think give our guys the best position to be successful, and practice it enough to execute it. And when it doesn't, then certainly we got to deal with what comes with that, and that's my responsibility. So at the end of the day, I got to make sure that we're putting our guys in the right situation to be successful.
Remember, Coach Signetti brought me in after, I think it was after UCLA, and he told me, he was like, hey, the Heisman's a team game. It's a team award. It's not a player award. And if you win, then you can get nominated for it. And so hopefully, I would love the opportunity to get the invite to New York, which would be fantastic. But I think it's just really a testament to the team. And it's not a player award. It's a team award. And, and I think it just speaks a testament to how much that this team has had that never-ending process of learning and getting better, and that has culminated to this point.
What are your memories of coming here as an opponent, playing in Tiger Stadium, and how do you feel now to have that arena in your corner as the head coach?
Yeah, it feels good to be on that sideline. Can they talk about like feeling on the other sideline, like how they feel lifted up by the crowd in the intensity? Well, when you're on the other sideline, you feel it the other way. What if we had that advantage on our side? So if we combine what we do, the way that we coach players, the systems that we run, and now we have that intensity on our side, again, that's how it painted all together to say, and this is where you're supposed to be.
3rd and 6, 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go. You elect to throw the ball, and Fernando completes 33 yards down the field to Charlie Becker. What went into that decision to throw the ball there?
I mean, they had, when we started the drive, they had time and timeouts. enough time with their timeouts for about 16 plays at the start of our drive. And then they used their timeouts, and I wasn't going to play not to lose. We were playing to win. And the one thing, we do spend a lot of time on the clock. How many plays are left in the game, things of that nature. We kind of figured we had to get about 3 first downs. That's what I told the team. So you got to get a first down. I wasn't going to punt the ball back to them with 2 minutes to go and no timeouts. We had to give our guys an opportunity to make plays. We were getting on top of them at certain points in that game, and Fernando was throwing great deep balls, and it was a great play.
Just a tremendous effort. It's like getting an A in algebra. That's what we expect out of them. To see them play the way they did in that game with the confidence, execution, and physicality says a lot about that room and where it's at.
We're going to go in the playoffs as number 1 seed, and a lot of people probably thought that wasn't possible, but when you get the right people and you have a plan and they love one another and play for one another and they commit, anything's possible, and I think that's what you saw happen here.
Yeah, we have a standard, right, as an offense in general. We think that, we know we're the best offense in the country. And then when we don't show it right, like, it's very frustrating, especially times when, we're just, a couple things away. So, like I said, credit to Georgia's defense, right? Like, they had a good plan. And, that's just pretty much simple as that.
Whenever the selection committee starts looking at teams, I truly believe the Big 12 deserves 2 teams in the playoffs. Whenever you look at BYU, they're 11-2, and their 2 losses are to the number 4 team in the nation. And so I have so much respect for Kalani. That's a really good football team, and I hope the committee looks at it, because there's going to be 2 lost teams out there, but there's not going to be an 11-2 lost team. They did a great job throughout the season getting here.
It gets me emotional thinking about it because, we had a team meeting on Friday, and we spoke to the team, and I spoke to the team, and Drew Brannon picked 5 players, and it was a very moving talk, and he had coaches come down and talk about the 5 seniors, so it was 4 players, and he put on the screen how many days they had been at Georgia, and he put on the screen how many days potentially they had left. And it was like they have 1%. I think they had been there 1,200 days at Georgia, because they're all 4th and 5th year players. And, before he finished, he said, stand up if you'd beaten Alabama in a game. And none of them stood up. I thought it hit right in between the eyes of doing it for the seniors. And so many of them have been through heartbreaking losses that they wanted to do it.